Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Slam legend offers scathing criticism on Coco Gauff's game. Catastrophic, worrying. Justine Henin offered some harsh criticism on Coco Gauff's game following the American's US Open exit, slamming the 21-year-old's forehand as catastrophic and stating that the lack of evolution in the world number 3's game is worrying. Although Gauff was far from her best in her opening 3 US Open matches, she still managed to overcome Ajla Tomljanovic, Donna Vekic, and Magdalena Frech. But against informed Naomi Osaka, the home player stood no chance with her current level, losing 3-6, 2-6. From start to finish, the 2023 US Open champion struggled to find any rhythm and consistency as she finished with 5 double faults and 33 unforced errors. In 4 matches played in New York, Gauff evidently focused on staying committed to her revamped serving technique and reducing her double fault number. But the American just recently started working with biomechanics coach Gavin McMillan, and it will take more time before her serve gets completely fixed. However, Henin, who won 7 Grand Slams during her career, suggests there is something more concerning about the 21-year-old's game than her serving woes. Henin, Gauff's forehand was catastrophic. The lack of evolution in her game worries me. We felt from the start of the match that Coco Gauff had fallen back into her old ways, not especially in terms of her serve, but in terms of her forehand. It was catastrophic. Obviously, this enormous pressure at the US Open is special for her, but I still think overall, over the whole season, and not so much on the results, what worries me is the lack of evolution in her game. At that age, you're still progressing. You're still developing. Former world number 1 Henin told Eurosport France. After her US Open exit, Gauff vowed to get back to the drawing board and work on her game. The 2-time Grand Slam champion directly told reporters that for the rest of the year, her main priority would be improving her game. When progress halts, a slam legend's stark wake-up call for Coco Gauff. In the vivid theater of elite tennis, few images are as arresting as that of a champion in ascent, yet clouds of self-doubt loom. Recently, tennis icon Justine Henin, herself a 7-time Grand Slam winner known for her elegance and precision, delivered a stark, unvarnished critique of Coco Gauff following the young American's emphatic defeat at the 2025 US Open. Describing Gauff's forehand as catastrophic, Henin lamented what she sees not only as an alarming technical breakdown, but a deeper, more systemic stagnation, a lack of evolution in her game that, at such a tender age, is nothing short of worrying. Daily Express US. Tennis 365. Let that phrase sink in. Lack of evolution. These 6 words, uttered by a legend who knew the grind, the reinvention, and lo, there are no softer interventions, no measured praise coupled with advice. Instead, these are the tones of inevitability, of expectation unmet. When a player has already lifted 2 Grand Slam trophies and is ranked number 3 in the world, such criticism pierces deeper than an injury. It confronts ambition itself. The anatomy of a catastrophic forehand. Henin's use of the word catastrophic might feel hyperbolic at first, and yet, she wasn't speaking of a mere technical flaw. She was pointing at a recurring crack in Gauff's arsenal, one that appears to split wide open under pressure. In her loss to Naomi Osaka, Gauff's forehand fell apart in key moments. Her attempts to dictate play crumbled into errant blow-offs. Tennis 365. It's the kind of collapse that, in storytelling, signals tragedy. In sport, it signals urgency. A player must rebuild, retool, or risk watching her ceiling fall far below her potential. 2. An echo chamber of concerns. Henin's warning didn't come out of nowhere. It echoes across media reports and fan forums alike. Without veering into confirmation bias, it's fair to say, Gauff's serve, her second serve in particular, has been under persistent fire, described as a disaster by seasoned eyes, including Rennie Stubbs, Serena Williams' former coach. Essentially sports. Meanwhile, forums like Reddit have repeatedly spotlighted her forehand frailties and mental spiral during pressure situations, for instance. The difference between her best and worst is so large because both her forehand and serve require good timing. Once she loses confidence, both deteriorate. Reddit. Coco needs to fix her forehand. She won't be able to hang with IGA and Sabalenka when all they have to do is keep hitting it to her forehand and wait for her to make an error. Reddit. The theme? At the highest levels, the smallest flaws quickly become the largest cracks. And for Gauff, the pattern is undeniable. 3. Why evolution matters more than results. Here is the rub. When technical gaps open in a player's game, success becomes just as fragile as that flaw. But Gauff, blessed with speed, fight, and a remarkable mental resolve, has masked these weaknesses for a while. 2 slam titles and world top 3 status aren't the product of luck. Yet, Henon's plea wasn't about results. It was about trajectory. At 21, Gauff's evolution should be accelerating, not stalled. As she transitions from prodigy to prime, her game must adapt, expand, force opponents to respect more than her defense or retrieval. For Facing the Music, Gauff's response and the road ahead. Despite the dismal performance against Osaka, 33 unforced errors, 5 double faults, and a 3-6, 2-6 drubbing, Gauff's response was emblematic of her core strength, self-awareness. She admitted feeling discombobulated, citing internal pressure and inconsistency, especially on her return game. TalkSport. She acknowledged her emotional toll and changes in coaching, calling it a learning moment rather than a breaking one. The Sun. New York Post. Such resilience is commendable, but resilience alone won't rebuild form. To answer Henon's alarm, Gauff needs strategic intervention, technical overhaul akin to serve adjustments she's already experimented with, grip and motion tweaks on her forehand, possibly simplifying or reverting to a more stable configuration, as fans have suggested about her Western or extreme grip. Reddit. +1. Mental conditioning that prevents left-of-field breakdowns in pivotal moments. Structural coaching support, which she has begun cultivating with biomechanics expert Gavin McMillan. Tennis 365. People.com. Conclusion. The crucial crossroads. Here is the paradox of great potential. It's both flight fuel and gravity. Gauff's physical gifts, grit, and early peak are a boon, but they can also trap a player into complacency, or worse, stall growth amid success. Henon's blunt admonition, catastrophic forehand, lack of evolution, is a call to reinvention. It's a reminder that greatness isn't static. It's forged differently at each stage. To another champion, these words are red lights. Stop, reassess, rebuild. Gauff now stands on a familiar yet vital crossroads. Right now, her narrative is not one of failure, but of invitation to evolve, to grow technical strength where it's weakest, to harden her weapons so they don't fracture under siege. The next chapter? That's hers to write. But if she listens, adapts, and reinvents, as legends advise she must, there's every chance she'll rise again, stronger and more complete. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share.